How's it going, everybody? Frankie here from Mirth Films, and we're back again for Kinda Live, Kinda Livin', your favorite online Zoom style interview series. And today we're gonna do a some review of summer 2025, leading up to Wild in the Trees, and no better person to have on the episode than Captain Brett Porter.
Uh, Christ, man, where do we even start? I mean, we could start at the beginning of the summer, but
Well, at the start, I guess, where we just kind of reignited the fire, man. Or maybe we can work backwards here. But it was a hell of a summer. We got back on the wagon, and we're doing great things moving forward with Mirth Films. And yeah, I'm just excited. And fuck that. We're gonna go back to the beginning of where, to me at least, things kind of started to get back into what feels like Mirth Films, and that was the interview we got to do with Kurt Angle. And you made that
oh,
happen, Brett. Tell us
it's
how it
true.
all came to be.
It's damn true. Yeah, dude. So it turns out you work for a really small newspaper chain in upstate New York. And I was on my way to our office in Granville, and I get a call from the president of the company, and he says, "Yeah, I shit you not." He just says, "Hey, Brett, you ever heard of this guy Kurt Angle?" Like, yeah. Says, I'm going to get you an interview with him. I said, okay, here are my demands. I want my boy Frankie with me. He's gonna he is a critical role. He plays a critical role in this. Mark's like, um, sure, yeah, whatever. Do we have to pay him? Like, no, no, dude, not at all. So we it all started because you were a free addition. That
Okay.
because
Give
but
yourself
dude,
some more credit, man.
I mean, no, it was still great, man. And like we, dude, I still remember like that day, us like steaming our collars and shit, like right before the interview, making sure the camera angle was just right, dude, the lights set up just right, and I had like a list of like 10, 15 questions to ask, and it started with that, and then we just instead of doing that, we just kind of freestyled it, and it was great.
It was
My
weird, I
one,
gotta
my
say.
oh,
Like
dude,
sitting
it's
there,
yeah,
I don't know, just like sitting there, like the minute or two leading up to the interview starting, and knowing that Kurt Angle's on the other side, was just nuts to me. Like I don't know, like growing up watching wrestling, the same for both of us. It was just like how, you know.
dude. If you were to tell me like 10 years ago that I would be sitting with you and that we would be interviewing like one of my like three favorite wrestlers of just all time. I would never have believed that. Like how because I mean, let's be real, dude. You remember me calling you. Was that did you expect that at all?
I didn't. I was really kind of caught off guard. It was like, I don't know, it's just like it made the world feel a lot smaller, if I could put it in that sense. Like, wow, we laid down the stone to be able to have opportunities like that.
Yeah. Dude, it is still very surreal to me. Like I've in my I mean, I lobbied so fucking hard to do an in-person interview while he was still in Albany. The timing just didn't work out. But still, man, like I mean, we got to interview one of our fucking heroes, man.
Literally.
Like and it was great. It was great. I remember that his interview beforehand, like so just to fill in all of you keeping score at home here, Kurt Angle did about 4 continuous days of like interviews with various press organizations because he got inducted in the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame located in downtown Albany. And it was so the company I was working for at the time hopped on it and was like, we need to get our best journalist on this. And when they didn't answer, like, we need to get a wrestling fan on this. And I remember that his interview beforehand had ended 5 minutes late. And we're just looking at each other like, fuck, we got 25 minutes. All right, let's make it work. And my one thing, and anyone can look at the tape after, God, dude, Kurt Angle had never heard of a fucking Reuben.
No, in fact, He thought it
Although
was
he invented a new sandwich in the process of understanding it.
the Reuben sandwich
The Reuben. It's actually a Reuben, but with a tall glass of milk.
and tax all over the bread.
Yeah, dude.
And yeah, that was cool. And that I don't know, like we, you've been involved with Mirth Films in years past. Going
2019,
back in the
baby.
swing of things, you've seen the ups, seen the downs. And this year, this summer felt like a win. And we started talking about doing Wild in the Trees again, and it was our, was our third year, and yeah, it was nerve-wracking leading up to it happening, because not only did that happen, the planning, but then we also had to get through the summer, which was, Rock the Dock, ABK Music Fest, Eastbound Throwdown, the road to Wild in the Trees. And the road was a little bumpy at first. And again, Brett, you just kind of saved the fucking day. The ultimate businessman. This is,
Dude,
I mean, this is what happens. I mean, like, it's all about contacts, and your contact base came through and is the reason why we had Wall of the Trees.
I have said I've said for God, how long have I been with Taylor now? About 3.5 years. I have made it a point to always say that I live the most ridiculous life of anybody I know. Between the people I've gotten to meet that I can consider friends, the just the dumb luck of it all. I mean, so I'm gonna tell our fan base. So the 14 of you out there who do end up watching this all started at a little joint called Peter's Pub in downtown Glens Falls. We are at this point like 2 weeks away from like, we look at our budget and we look at the amount of money we had sold in sponsorship, which was like nothing. And this guy, I'm going to shout him out here first and last name, Dylan Flynn, moves back to Glens Falls as he accepts a new position with this company, Casella Waste. And him and I get fucking just wrecked one night. We are ripping Jaeger bombs like it's going out of style. And I tell him, like, yeah, man, I'm trying to shake off some of these nerves. I'm gonna make an elevator pitch to Stewart's tomorrow to get sponsorship for Wild in the Trees. He's like, nah, you ain't going to Stewart's, man. This guy, when you hear him, he is a classic masshole. Like, this motherfucker's got like, he always wears like the nice dress shoes, dress pants, the dress shirt, and like the comb over like the 7 pieces of hair he's got like on the top of his head. And he says, nah, man, you're not going to Stewart's. How much you need? Nah, can't see fucking appointment. I'm like, 6 grand? He's like, done. And that was basically, I'm not paraphrasing by much. That is like basically how it all went down. 2 days before this, guys, we were seriously considering pulling the plug because we don't have $6,000 kicking around. And like, it just by the most beautiful dumb luck that exists, we it all came through. And we went from like having to scrap everything and having to send return orders on the checks from sponsorships that we already secured, and like having to, trying to get through the process of like, how do we break it to like our boys? Because like every band we booked is like, we're our friends in one facet or another. So we were trying to get through, like, it's like, how do you tell someone that you accidentally ran over their dog? Like, you don't. And instead, yeah, just by dumb luck alone, uh, it all came through. So and we also went through, I and Frankie, and you can tell me if I'm wrong here. Right before, I would say like a week and a half before Wild in the Trees, we both kind of had the same idea of like, yeah, 10 years at the Lakeshore Skate Park. Um, we're doing Wild in the Trees for one more year, and it's going to be great. And after this, we never have to do this again. And then about halfway through Wild in the Trees, we both kind of collectively agreed, like, we're getting the band back together next year, dude.
Hell yeah. Everything felt like, and I have told Danny this, other people, like it really felt like we turned the key, it started, it happened. Like it was probably the least stressful I've ever felt going into something with that much priority. Um, and people came out, like sure, it absolutely can improve, but the foundation of it was laid and concreted that day. Like from the vendors showing up, the music, the skateboarding, like it was unique. It's unique. There's nothing like Wild in the Trees around. Especially after, a summer of music festivals where sometimes it's all the same shit, like this really didn't feel like the same shit. And that's what was cool. And having the ownership over it with you, going into it 50-50 was like, I don't know. We work so cohesively together and know our roles and know how to make an event run smooth. Because not only do we get to do that, but we also get to see it from behind the scenes with other bigger music festivals that we are involved with, like Rock the Dock, which another situation where hey, we had a strong team. Rain didn't kill us, and we gained, I would say, just a stronger team in general. The addition of Dave Van Scoy on camera, uh, huge shout out to Dave because I like thoroughly impressed by his ability to pick up things quickly. I know he has some background as a photographer, but like going through the Wild in the Trees footage and seeing how much he got and seeing like how he was seeing things and being able to shoot. Whatever it was, collecting B-roll. Like I was like, we were not gonna have a recap, and then I like go and like compile everybody's footage. I'm like, yeah, this is fucking awesome. So
Dude.
that he came out of the ashes, or out of the puddles
Uh,
of Rock the Dock and just proved himself.
there's so my favorite thing. So my wife was there. She kind of piddled in and out throughout the night, and you can see there's like every time she swung by. So guys, we are in this like I call it a control room, but really it was an easy up. It was an easy up with a power strip, and we're running OBS, this the live streaming software that we use for almost everything. So we're running that, and we're running a brand new to us switchboard, and Davey is running this RoboCam, which is basically he was basically using an arcade joystick to power this thing, and he is like, and I told him, I said, you are gonna be calling the shots, I'm gonna be making the cuts, and dude, like you should see that footage and all that was just, I was thoroughly impressed because, so for context here, guys, Davey Van Scoy, for one, is my GMC, is my gold medal cousin. He's my favorite cousin on this earth. He was a photojournalist for the Naval Compass. That's the largest military operated journalism print publication in the United States. Homeboy was doing that in his days in the service, and then he just became like, just kind of became like a reformed wook. Like he's not shoving ketamine up his butt, but like he's going to like 70 shows a year. Either way, I say all that to say that like there's a picture of like of him and I in the control room. We're just chain smoking cigarettes all night. Like literally every Frankie can confirm, everyone can confirm. When we were picking up into the night, you just see two like careful piles of butts. And dude, we were ripping cigs and Stewart's sugar-free impacts.
It's all you
And
need.
dude, that was all we needed. We had one at the end of the day, we had one celebratory PBR light each. That was the only thing I would have changed. Would have went for the Bush Heavy.
Got to go with the Bush Heavy every single
But dude,
time.
but yeah, and like you were saying, like we really did refine our team a lot. And I would caution that we kind of created this position of an addition by subtraction. We kind of I don't want to say have a skeleton crew now, but we're more bare bones, and we've learned that we can do more with less. and that's better for everybody. I mean, obviously, just from a money standpoint, everyone wants a bigger piece of the pie, and we found people that we could trust 100% unequivocally, and we know they're going to be there. Like you, I appreciate you shouting out my cousin Davey, but let's also take a moment, dude. How about Josh motherfucking James, dude?
Josh James, recap master. We got Jason Zapardi, hell of a photographer.
Yes,
Willow
got
Knight,
Vegas, dude.
photographer, but also held down the fort all weekend
Yeah,
long at 80K Music Fest. You know, just a bright person who was just happy to be there and kicks ass at what they do. I 100% agree with you. I feel at times during Mirth Films, you know, some people see the glamour in it of being able to have, you know, cool opportunities like photograph some of your favorite bands. But then I also, you know, I think people only look at that, and it's hard to trust people to do their job. That's something I've always had a difficult time with. But because of how things have kind of morphed and formed into 2025, yeah, like I think it's way more important to have a small team that is dedicated versus a big team that may not show up. And for anybody who's been involved with Mirth Films and in the past, I appreciate every single one of you. And yeah, it just when times of the essence, we're a little older now. It's I don't know. This is as much of a party as it can be. It's definitely feels more like we're more focused. And that's the type of energy that needs to be brought and the type of energy for myself that I would like to be around. I like being challenged. Josh James challenges me. You challenge me, Brett. To think
yeah.
to think to think
What?
smarter.
Okay, no, okay, no, don't. Okay, you don't need to.
No,
How do
no,
I
in a
challenge you?
business perspective, like 100%, because like I think the two biggest influences I have in the business side of things is you and Danny, because you know Danny sees me sometimes doing putting myself out there for free, just to do shit, and you know like when you're doing this from your perspective, it's like yeah, we got to worry about our butt, you know, like we got to worry about okay, we got X amount of time. This is our quality of service. We need to be compensated for that sometimes, and that sometimes is now you know more often than not, and that's fucking awesome.
Dude, in the words of John Cena, man, the time is now.
That's right.
Dude, yeah. And I think and I do agree. I think in the last year, less than a year, I think we finally got to the point like, dude, I mean, you just turned 30, not like, with like less than 2 years ago or about 2 years ago. I'm turning 30 in a few months, dude. And like 30 is such a great benchmark because it's like that is when you have to start thinking in things in the perspective of, all right, shit's getting real. And don't get me wrong, dude. We've done some shits for free. Hell, dude. We've done festivals. We've done festivals at times that didn't give us the money we would have wanted. We've done shoots. We've done shoots for the sake of just doing them. Hell,
Yeah.
we brought, dude. I remember the summer of 2022. We brought like 7 cameras to shoot a last minute Mo show at the Empire Plaza, and like, and that was all great. And I wouldn't trade those for the world. But at the same time, you have to understand, like, we're in business. We're in the business of staying in business, and when we can say like we are an award-winning production company. We are, and I've always said it, we are for hire and we're always open for business. And I think that changing into that business mindset has helped us a lot. And Frankie, you outproduced me in every single thing except looking like a news anchor on a fake set. Uh, but but I mean, dude, that's why we're the yin and the yang, and that's why your business card says executive producer, owner, operator, CEO, and cat owner, and mine says business director. Speaking of, dude, I love that Tux in China keep. I think I saw Tux in China, or maybe just Tux, but they keep walking. They keep walking in the peripheral, staring for a second, and then immediately lose interest.
Yeah, they're like that's some boring stuff you guys are talking about. Let me go look
Like,
myself.
it's like, yeah, dude. Hey, can you please talk more about some both tuna and pate or whatever? I don't know what cat foods are anymore. I miss my cat, dude.
That's
Skittles, man.
great. Yeah, no, I hated cats, to be honest, because I was always allergic to them. And then somehow I'm not now, and I got convinced to get Tux, and now I'm the father of a cat. I'm a cat dad for two, so
Yeah, daddy.
I'm a cat
I mean,
dad. But yeah, so what's I guess what's new in the world of Brett Porter? What stuff are you looking forward to going forward with Mirth Films? Um, and yeah, spread the good news.
all right, dude. I'll make it brief. And I'm sorry if you guys keep seeing me do like this, and this, like your grandmother trying to figure out an iPad. I keep getting calls from every single person I care about, and you can only press the reject button so many times. So, just real quick ahead of time, Sean Beer's mom and Graham, I am really sorry. I promise I will call you guys back before this video comes out. But what am I looking forward to in Mirth Films for the future? I think for one, I think that we are on the best momentum we've had in a while. I think we are reignited again, and I would like to see how we can use this iteration of the team and this iteration of like our inner circle people and turning that into the most output possible with the least amount of bodies. For one, I want to see how that translates to in content output. And God damn it, Frankie, you saw that message the other day. I want us to explore every venture, and that's something I like look forward to. Is that in 2026, exploring every venture in every possible way that we can utilize our skills as producers and award-winning content creators to sell our services to more people, because making content for Mirth Films for free is great, and it's a necessity. Uh, but we can't burn ourselves out with doing like we can't make another 36 hours of this and then not take any hired work.
Well, if you take no hired work, how can you afford to do stuff like Reuben Raiders?
Dude, exactly, man. Hell, has the Fenimores one come out yet? Will it have come out by the time this?
By the time this drops, Fenimores will be out. It just seems like Glens Falls is an 8.2 kind of area.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, which I gotta say, that's not a bad place to sit at. But yeah, and so yeah, so I guess I look forward to, like, I think financially speaking, I'm not going to disclose our numbers. No one needs to know that. I think that for 2025, we crushed it with sales, and with 2026, man, I am looking forward to pounding on every door to every business owner that I think will give us 15 seconds. And I want to explain to them how we can make their business look better. I want to explain to them how I can make their daughter's wedding. We can make their daughter's wedding like be this encapsulated moment in video. I want to tell sports teams why they need me to be their fucking broadcaster. Like I want like, and that's what I look forward to the most, man. Is that in the world of freelance, as you know, man, it is all you can eat, whether that's feast or that's famine. Whatever is out there can be yours for the taking if it's right. And I just look forward to us really firing. We are firing on all cylinders our with our output, especially compared to our limited roster now. But now I want to see us, let's be real, just make some motherfucking money.
Make it rain. Hell yeah. And we're gonna wrap this up with just a quick game of this or that. So we're just gonna start it off here. I've never done this.
Oh,
Miller Lite or Bud Light?
Miller Lite.
Jack or Johnny?
Wait, okay. No, let's see how fast we can rapid fire these. Start again.
Miller Lite or Bud Light?
Miller,
Jack or Johnny?
water,
C Celsius or Red Bull?
Red Bull,
Chicken wings or chicken thighs?
wings,
Uh, veal parm or eggplant parm?
eggplant parm,
Glens Falls or Queensberry?
Glens Falls,
Uh, Metallica or Megadeth?
Metallica,
Uh, Trey or Rick
Which Rick?
from Goose?
Oh, Trey.
Um, hold on. Your turn.
All right. All right. I'll list off five. All right. Milwaukee's best or Jenny Light?
Jenny Light.
Jameson or Crown Royal?
We're gonna go with Jameson.
Beastie Boys or Tribe Called Quest?
Beastie Boys.
Kill 'em all or Ride the Lightning?
Kill them all.
All right. Curveball or Firefest?
Curveball.
I think that Firefest was the other one that got canceled, right?
That's the other one.
So okay, I know we're wrapping up, but I learned why Curveball got canceled, which is it was because there was the water runoff, it dampened the quality of the drinking water, and it made it unsafe.
It was yes, and I gotta say, for not seeing, just being on the grounds when they canceled it. Actually, I was in a Walmart parking lot when this happened. So curveball, Fish's Music Festival. It was in Watkins Glen, or was supposed to be in Watkins Glen. I'm sitting. Just drove 3+ hours to out that way from upstate New York, and we're all getting excited. All the Lake George crew just sitting in the Walmart parking lot, waiting for the gates to open to set up. I got a photo pass for the whole weekend, and we're all sitting there. And then KK Gudis is like, "Oh my God, the festival's canceled!" And we were like, "No, it's not canceled." And then we
No.
start looking, it's fucking canceled. And yeah, it was from the drinking water. It was a beautiful day too. Like the whole time being there was super nice out. And it was the most depressing thing to not go and experience a fish festival. And so what I ended up doing with Doug and our buddy Tom was we all went back to our apartment in Queensbury at the time, threw a bunch of names of cities on ripped up pieces of paper and put it into a hat, and we shuffled it, and we ended up picking New York City. So that next day, we drove down to New York City and partied, and ended up staying up super late watching Snoop Dogg's game show at the time. While we were, yeah, things got a little weird in Times Square, and I think I realized 100% I would never live in New York City. So that realization came out of not being able to go to Curveball. But this has been episode, I don't even know when this one's going to come out, but this is our new version of Kind of Live, Kind of Living. It's going to be a Zoom-based interview podcast series, short form, and we're going to have tons of different guests on, from musicians, photographers, comedians, actors, everything in between. And thank you so much, Brett, for making the time to do this last minute. I literally was bored out of my mind, and I knocked out two of these today, and you were my second guest.
Hell yeah, dude, get Davey on one of these. He will either really love it or or you'll assume that you have no one else to interview. But I feel like he could spin you some yarn.
We could definitely talk some Mo knowledge for sure. Um, yeah, but yeah, just mirth-films.com. Head there for all our original content, video services, and so much more. Have a great one, guys.
You two guys getting the Mirth Films logo on my ass at 10,000 followers on Facebook. Heard it here first.
That's right.